So, I've tried recording this about 8 different times now. And I've just decided, you know what? If I do it live, I can be held accountable. People can say, hey, that's wrong, or hey, that's stupid. And then I have to think about what I'm going to say. I have to be more self-conscious and make sure I do a good job. Rather than doing it offline, and I can just ramble. Because I can ramble a lot. This is meant to be a 2.5 of ZZ 2.5 story review. But I've decided to turn it into a 2.5 review as a whole. Because a lot has happened. And I could farm this, make it 2-3 videos, but I don't want to do that. I want to respect your time. I want to respect my time. I don't want to have fun with it. So that's what we're doing instead. Now I say this, and I will get to the story first. The reason I say respect my time and your time is because I took a lot of notes in regards to 2.5. Mostly just to let you know I know what I'm talking about. I've played all of it. And you can feel free to pause at any moment when you want to read all this. I'm not going to go through every single point, like, oh, where is Damien throughout 2.5? Spoilers as well, obviously. Because there was a lot that was missing. I feel like a lot of it got cut out in favor of pushing the agenda. The agenda being Zhao's character development, and most importantly, depending on who you ask, Zhao Guang and Wise, because I play as Wise. Oh, Zhao Guang and the proxies, for lack of better terms, forced romance. So, long story short, the quest is fine. An easy 8 out of 10. Except, every single time Zhao Guang and Wise are in the same scene, it drags it down by about 2 points because it's just forcing this romance on you. Rather than let it breathe naturally like they've done before. Let's be honest, that's how these games sell you characters. Get you emotionally invested, sometimes to a romantic degree, and that works more often than not. But it's like they really tried with this one. A Void Hunter, they want you to spend money on in 2.5, which, let's be honest, it's a spending event. Sure, it's good for some people, bad for others. But they want you to get this new character. But they really wanted you to. Like, people were going to skip in the first place. This new character's fucking insane. She's fuckbusted. In fact, just as proof of that,
whatever you seek.
I don't only have her. I have her and the Wenjin. Because I was very excited. Even I'm like, yo, this is going to be great. So it works. Now, going on all this, Zhao is honestly the strongest part of 2.5, in my opinion. Watching, and I've got it written down here somewhere. Yeah, warring due to Zhao Guang's influence. In fact, I said it earlier here. It was the opposing beliefs. It was nice to see the development over time. And that's what I want in ZZZ. That's what we've been getting in ZZZ. Character developments over time during the patch. Look at Orphe and Magus in 2.2. The best patch, by the way. And you know, let's just do a Season 2 review as a whole. And story-wise. Wasn't as good as Season 1. Still good. Solid 7. Solid 7 out of 10. And it all boils down to, this patch is crying out for Yi Xuan. And this was in every single patch. Where's Yi Xuan? We need Yi Xuan. If the characters even say, if Yi Xuan was here, that should let you know that bringing Yi Xuan in 2.0 was a massive failure. It just was. Not saying that she failed to sell well or whatever. She's one of the best characters in the game. It was just the story suffered because you introduced Gojo too early. Think of Jujutsu Kaisen. Episode 1, Yuji swallows Sukuna's finger. And then Gojo appears and he's like, oh, don't worry, I'm the strongest. That was Yi Xuan. She was the strongest. And the story suffered from it. Just is what it is. And they had to keep benching her off. And it was just, okay, where is Yi Xuan? They tried to bring her back in 2.1. Like, as the end boss fight, but it felt a bit rushed. But then, because it was her sister, the Fiend, you might know. Magic Fiend, yeah. Deadly Assault. It just suffered from it. 2.1 was fine. 2.2, well, I say 2.1 was fine. 2.1 was actually really good. Like, an easy, once again, 7 out of 10. 2.2, I think 10 out of 10. It was great. 2.3 was a bit of a letdown. I think that was more like a 6 because of Lucia. I don't think she fit in the story. I've already made videos on this. You can go watch them. Now, 2.4 and 2.5 are probably 2 of the best and 2 of the worst. Because 2.4, it's Banyu and Dialing. And it had the same problem Zhao did in 2.5. Whereas I would much rather focus on the other characters instead of Zhao Guang. But instead, Zhao Guang was just kind of like forced in, like my hand right now. It's like, hey, look at Zhao Guang, you know? And that was it. That's what those patches were. And it just didn't work. The Avengers Assemble moment was better, though. I will say that. I got it written here. Oh, maybe I don't, but getting to play as them was fucking amazing. Yeah, we get to play from other squads' perspectives. They keep benching Yishuan, which is bad. This was fucking obvious, by the way. Lockspring being a bad guy. I say it round about here. How are people trusting Lockspring? It just made the most sense. I don't think it worked. But yeah, that's my 2.5 story review as a whole. Let's move on to 2.5 as a whole. I've got the changes written down here. If there's any more, comment them, let me know. I think these are brilliant. Mostly. So, the big one, Zhao Guang. I don't have her fully built. Here are my stats right now. 55 over 205. I get more from, I believe, here. For a start, I got Zhao as well. Zhao for free. That's big. Now, there are some problems with Zhao. Mostly being a childlike kid in a Guna-related game. Kind of asking for problems, but just because I think it's weird doesn't mean that you think it's weird. It's not for me. Cool. I'm not going to harp on about it. Now, so, potential vision. I think this is absolutely phenomenal. And how do I check this one again? Because yes, I got the... In fact, let me just get this out of the way with. I'm, in fact, a huge simp. And I got bonus. I'm not ashamed of that. It is what it is. Also, we got a free Jane skin. That was cool. So yeah, I have bonus. In fact, I don't just have bonus. I have bonus potential 6. Which is huge. I think the buffs are amazing. Anyone who says, oh, the buffs are lame actually, how dare you? You're just wrong. These buffs are amazing. And they're going to do more in the future. Not right now because we've just got them, but in the future. And it's nice they're addressing this, trying to keep them up to date with the power creep. Because power creep is inevitable in any game, no matter what. It's going to happen. The fact that ZZ devs have addressed this early. Now, you can say buffs are bad. That's fine. You're entitled to have a wrong opinion. And the best thing is, it's completely free to get. Now, you're wondering how. Well, it's this thing here. Potential archive. The fact... Now, I can't buy these. You have to own the character first, which is a shame, but I get it. I can do this for all of them. And it's free to grind for all of them. That's all I've got to say. Free to grind. Next, damage numbers. I'm not going to show you. I'm probably going to flash it on screen. They've changed how you can do it. So before, it was a simple case of... And here's how you change it, by the way. Settings, other... You have the default effect where it's numbers flashing around everywhere. And it's like, it clutters up. Now you have damage compilation where it's in one simple number and it keeps expanding like that. You can also press disable, but you want to see the big numbers. That's why you play these kind of games. You know, a quick little dopamine hit. Next, Outposts. Oh my god, what a good fucking change. The fact that, by the way, if you want to join, here it is. I'm going to pause here. Join, please. What's great about this is the intel board, where you can go in and you can ask other people to help you farm. Now, I can't do it right now, but if you post commission, you have to spend the stamina. It's not just for free. I know, that sucks. But you can help other people. In fact, if I accept the commission... Okay, never mind. If I accept the commission... Oh, never mind. Long story short, you can both get rewards as long as you spend the stamina for it, or you can just help them out. It's fine. It's a nice way to test. It's just... It's cool. It's why my bonus got farmed so fast. Now, obviously, I still need to, you know, do this a little bit more, but that's fine. That's why I've already got those commissions up there. And I need more people to join to help me with that. For the glory of bonus, obviously. Next, Shiyu defense. Now, I've reset this a few times, trying to do this. I like it. However, like people have pointed out before, and Hopefully this doesn't catch EO's eye because I'm about to complain about this a little bit. And I know EO's been on this whole crusade of it's not as bad as you think it is, just get better at the game. Yes, that's true, but not everybody's going to dedicate the time to do that. I think this should have been separate. Now, use this as an example. I think what should have happened is, because they got rid of floors 6 and 7 in critical node, what I think should have happened is keep the first 5 and then combine these 3 into 1. Rather than just having 4 and then this. It's a little bit weird, in my opinion. On the bright side, it basically forces you, well, I say forces, it incentivizes you to really invest in characters. Now, I highly recommend that. Just skip the characters you don't like. For example, Burnis. I would have skipped so many characters. In fact, I am skipping the Angels of Delusion, most likely. Because I want Soldier 11, no, Soldier 0, and Astra Yam. Once I get those characters, I think I'm done building teams. Until the next character, Lighter, who I really want. So, we got out of the way with. Next, spending batteries to auto-farm. I think this is huge. I can't remember how you make them, so hopefully someone can tell me about this. But let's say I don't want to farm for... God, where was it? This set. Well, I could just click this and use ether batteries. And yes, they are craftable. You know, you still need stamina, you need these things which you can get. I can't remember where. That's where I'm like, oh, where do you get them from? Now, the last final change I really want to talk about is, before we go back to Shiyu defense, I have more thoughts on the endgame modes at the end of this. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is, in fact, collectible exchange. Now, I'm pretty sure you get these. Let me just make sure I'm not talking out my ass. So, you get this from this by getting agents over the certain level. Or M6, so M7, then M8. The same one. It's for whales only, but the fact you can still get them over time, it even counts for standard units. My big complaint with this, though, is here's 3 limited agents, which is fine. You might not get them, you might get them, who knows. But you've got all the standard units. Who wants the standard units? This is my big problem here. Nobody wants the standard units, because you can just get them by losing a 50-50, unfortunately. Losing a 75-25, unfortunately. Where's the 100%? Come on. Or just pulling on the standard banner. Yeah, the standard banner. In fact, let me just show you real quickly. I could get like a Lycoan or a Soldier 11 and M2 now. From this, and I could just grind this because you get these for free, blah blah blah. It needs a little bit of tweaking. I believe it needs tweaking, okay? I think once you get more buffed characters, maybe just get rid of these. Or in fact, I'm pretty sure the only ones people want are Lycoan and Soldier 11. Even then, I think Soldier 11 is probably the only standard banner character they should include on this because of the buffs. I think all the buffed characters should be part of the collectible exchange. I think that is a huge W and a massive L. Okay? We're done with that. It feels good to finally get this review somewhat done. But the last change I want to talk about. And by change, I just mean the endgame modes. Holy shit. Co-op. Now, I wasn't here for the first time they tried co-op. But I've been playing co-op now. And oh my god. I hope this becomes permanent. Because this is so fucking fun. And honestly, it needs more agents. So if it becomes permanent, just give us the full roster. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend this. 13 days to enjoy this. I've barely even touched it as well. I think I've done 2 runs. In fact, let me try and show you how many runs I've done. This is just how much fun I've had. Or how much fun I wish I was having right now. Yeah, oh, so I could do more now. Okay. Standard. I've not even done this special offensive yet. But it's just a lot of fun. It really is. And I can't recommend it enough. And I hope it becomes permanent. This is also the same with Shiyu defense. Where I think have 5 nodes again, and then have that last node as like the last one. And Deadly Assault is Deadly Assault. Okay, it's going to try and shield the new units. Thankfully, they've still locked the reward, or they haven't locked the rewards behind anything. I've got everything I wanted to say out the way with. Thank fuck for that. But it's been on my mind for like the past week now. And I'm sure, okay, he's finally talking about 2.5. Wow, it's a bit late. Yes. ADHD fucks. Sorry, ADHD fucks brains. There we go. See, I don't know what I'm saying, okay? It's a weight off my shoulders. I'm glad I've said it all. And the video is done. ZZZ 2.5. Overall, it's about a 7 out of 10. It just is what it is. Hopefully, if you enjoyed it, great. I know I enjoyed it to an extent. If you didn't enjoy it, that's great. You know, let it be known. Give your feedback to the devs. Let them know what you disliked about it. Let people know what you disliked about it. I mean, we can talk about this and we can fix this because there's no point saying, hey, this fucking sucked. Okay, what was bad about it? No, it just wasn't for me. Like, okay, so if it wasn't for you and you're not saying why it wasn't to help the devs and give people feedback, it's still not going to be for you. Does that make sense? Hopefully, yes. And with that, video's over. Like, comment, subscribe. Road to 1,000 subs. Pretty cool. Expect more ZZZ. Loving the fuck out of this game. I have a renewed sense of faith after playing 2.5. Whether that's going to continue in 2.6 and beyond, we'll see. We all know Hoyo have a bit of a track record when it comes to 3.0s. Look at HSR, look at Genshin. Hopefully this avoids the same fate, because I do have faith in the devs. It's just the executives that kind of fuck things up. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and like always, stay refreshing.
But wait! There's more!
That is so fucking cathartic to get done. Oh my god, that felt so good. After the stress of that story, and how bad it was, I'm glad I can end on a high note. I'm glad this is ending on a high note, because 2.5 has been fucking fantastic. It really has. It's just, whether it keeps going that way, 3.0 is going to be a make or break. I don't regret anything I have done or said about ZZZ so far. Out of any game I've played, this is the one where I've gone, okay, no, everything I've done here, spending money-wise, I've fully 100% understood the risks I'm taking, and I've enjoyed it. I really have. This is a marvelous game. I didn't even talk about the artwork as well. Hold on, I didn't even talk about the artwork. Like, these shit like this. Maybe not this. But that's cool as fuck. I've never done that, actually. Like, oh my god, man, this is so fucking cool. I love this game.